Hello and welcome. This is Transport Fever2 and this is my attempt at tackling what I call a mega city. So let's have a look at what we are dealing with here. So I made this map myself and I spawned lots and lots of cities all together so they merge into one. The biggest problem right from the get-go, well, there's two problems. One is performance. This game really doesn't like mega cities, as you can probably tell. Frame rate is not the best, even though I have a fairly good computer. Second problem is traffic. Almost every single major road here is completely blocked up. So this is the main focus for me to tackle that. I want to give this city the public transport, a public transport that's good enough that people stop using the car. We also have another city right here. They are connected with a highway, as you can see. Yeah, you see what the problem is. Now, in the heart of the city, we have this big train station here. And this is the only part where I decided to build myself. So I told the game nothing can be spawned here. This is a work in progress. There's still lots of empty space. But, you know, you get the idea. I would just want this to be nice and tidy. And I'm not sure why, but that's just the way I want it to be. So we have this nice big train station here. At the moment, we only have 2 train lines, and they are local train lines. So the first one is leaving here, is then going underground and running into this part of the city, where we then actually have an underground train station. We also have a bit of like a transport hub. So here's the underground station where the trains stop, and there's some tram lines. Then the train line comes out here and goes to this part of the city. I thought this would, help with this traffic here, but looking at it, if you're here, it's obviously much quicker to just take the car and come here and vice versa. Then here there's some buses that connect the train station to the city. So I think time-wise it just doesn't make sense. Besides, even this city is completely chock-a-block. You can see the buses are all, trapped in traffic. So this is something we need to address. The second train line is overground. It runs out here and then goes above all the buildings here, and then we have a overground train station here, and then we cross the bridge. It's very nice here, actually, really cool picture. And from there we have another train station here which connects this part of the city, and then we leave the city and there's a smaller town out here, which again, there's a bus line. There are 2 bus lines that connect this train station to the city. And that's all we have at the moment. Now, you've seen there's some tram lines, but it's not a lot. I literally just started working on this. So at the moment we have 5 tram lines, but be aware that these are running in circles. And so you could say we have 10, but really one is going one way, one is going the other way in a circle. So if we look at this here, you can see roughly where they are. They make these big circles. And my hope was that this would already help with the traffic, but unfortunately that is not the case. I think it's because there's huge parts of the city which have no public transport whatsoever. There's no bus service yet in any of this, and I'm actually considering building an underground line. I think this could work really well, 2 underground lines, although I've never built an underground line in Transport Fever 2, so I don't even know how that would work. My hope is that once we have a nice network of buses, maybe underground and all these trams, that would help with the traffic. This city here, I think we're gonna add and maybe a tram line. We're gonna give all the streets bus lines or bus lanes so that the buses don't get stuck. Maybe that will make this train line more attractive. If we zoom out and look at the wider picture, there's another city here, and there's some small towns, but nothing to shout about, and a fairly sizable city down here. For the moment, they all require the same thing, which is food and fuel. This is going to be changed. I want these cities to trade with one another. So the long-term goal is to have a big motorway that runs here, goes past this city and here, and the trains are going to do the same. Maybe we build a high-speed railway link connecting those three cities. I also want railway lines connecting all the other cities, and essentially this is going to be a transport hub, and this is also going to be a transport hub where all the lines come together. In terms of usage, even though these lines are fairly new, you can see here they are pretty busy. The trains are usually full, especially if we come here to the main station. It's actually not too bad at the moment. It's okay. We are dealing with it. My fear is that this is going to grow and we're not going to have enough trains. The trams are a bit more of a problem. You can see here people are waiting quite a long time. And, you know, even though I did my best to help the trams with, you know, all the separate lines, quite often you do get stuck in traffic. So here's a prime example. This crossing often is a problem for the trams, where they get stuck and they end up being here for quite a while. So, I don't know. This is an experiment that I wanted to do. And I thought, you know what, why not film it? Maybe someone is interested in watching it. We need to definitely improve the connection between the city on this part of the river and this part of the river. We currently have 3 bridges for cars and 1 for the trains. There's a small one down here, which is, you know, it's really not up to the task. So, yeah, maybe another railway bridge. Maybe an underground. Again, that is something I've never really tackled. I don't even know how to build that. I presume we could just do the same as with the underground station here. Just use underground trains. Not sure about that yet. Another thing I'm not sure about is this stadium here. I put it here because I thought it'd be a nice, you know, place for it to be. With the big car park and everything. The thing is though, at some point we need to have all the bus lines, or a lot of the bus lines, meeting up here. And I think this would actually be a prime location. If you build a road here, and then have a large, you know, area where all the bus lines are meeting. So maybe we have to move this at some point, because right now this is the only bus stop we have. And as you can see, there's no bus line here. I'm unable to add one because it's part of the building. This would once again be a problem for the buses. So a lot to think about. Let's think, what do we do first? I think the first thing I want to do is help this part of the city. So this is New Key, that's what I called it. If you see different names, that's because that's how the cities are spawned. And I just treat them as different parts of this city. So let's have a look. We have a bus line. I want to see the one we see. Why don't we just essentially just turn these roads into bigger roads and give them bus lanes? And then we think of maybe another bus line that connects the outer part of the city. I think that would be a good start. Let's see if we can actually widen this road here. So I would say let's go for this one. We want a bus lane. Do we want a tram? I'm gonna say no for now. We just focus on buses. Ah yeah, this is not gonna work here because of the... Okay, never mind. Let's just do what we can do. That's it. Bus line 3B. I don't know, give it a yellow color maybe. It's quite a long line. Let's go for... These bus stops are very busy. How many buses do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for 8 buses for each line. Let's go for capacity. So we have these ones, 25, 45. That's very good. 48, 45, 21, 26, 30. I think we'll go for this one. No, this one. 45. And it's a cool looking bus. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure they get looked after. And this is bus line 3A. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3B. Okay, let's run. And we should see all the buses coming out of here. And hopefully this will help with the traffic situation here. And who knows, maybe this will make it more attractive for people to actually take the train over to the main city, which is called Ulster. And then we maybe help with this traffic jam here. Another option, of course, is to just build a bus line here. You know, turn the outer lines into bus lanes and have a bus running here. Could be another option. But the question is, where do all these people go? They're not going to go to the same place. A lot of them seem to be turning up here. And then here. Okay. And then, well, it's just gridlock everywhere here. Every single street. So I guess an underground train that runs from somewhere here, maybe a stop here, maybe a stop here, parallel to the motorway, comes in here and then runs here and connects to the railway line. That might not be a bad thing. Or we do the same with the bus. Just have bus lines that run up and down here, 3, 4 bus lines that connect here with this bus line system. They don't even have to go all the way to the train station. People can change buses here and then take the train there. Another option. The other thing is this side of the town at the moment has no public transport whatsoever. But before we introduce any public transport, as you can see, we will have to do something about the roads. You know, the streets here are just too narrow and buses and trams would just get stuck. So, whilst it looks cool, it's chaotic at the moment, the city. We need to think about strategies of how we're gonna tackle all of this. I mean, one road I have to say that has improved a lot is this one here. When I started the game, this was just one long queue. But now we have I think it's 2 tram lines running up and down. And that has actually helped a lot. So maybe we can do the same with the whole city. This is another problem, but I mentioned that before. The bridges are a big problem. So what can we do next? Let's think about this. I suppose... Okay, I think I got it. We have this bridge here, which, let's be honest, is way too small. There's no public transport here. There's none here. And the only connection between those two places is the railway line. But unless you live near the train station, you know, it's not of much use. So I think what we should do is, again, redo the road network, make this bridge wider, again, built here, and then have well, I'm not sure if it should be a tram or a bus service. Let's go for trams. I like trams. And I feel like they can carry more people. And this is a very busy part of town. So what we need to do then, once again, we need to go to streets. We want a bus lane. We want tram tracks. Oh, because this is a custom bridge. So we need to rebuild the bridge. Well, we have to do that then. So where do we want to go here? Buildings, tram depot. Let's see if we can add it here. Yeah. Not the longest line, but I think it's gonna be busy. Let's start with 6 on each. I like the look of this one. It's only slightly less people. What shall we do? 45, 54. Let's go for this one. Let's get 6. And so this is 6A. And 6B. Let's run the game. And there we are. We're helping a citizen to get around a bit easier, hopefully. So I'm curious to see if this is gonna help. I mean, this bridge on its own has already helped with the traffic, although they're coming flooding back in. So let's see if I can entice them to change, to use the trams instead. Would be nice. And I think that's it for today. I just wanted to show you this because it's an experiment of mine and I really don't know where this is gonna go. So thank you for watching. I hope you found it interesting, and I don't know, maybe we'll have some more videos of me trying to tackle this monster of a city. Okay, until next time, all the best. Bye bye.